Hey guys, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
Tell me what that means.
Another episode of The Real Talk Show.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm Miles.
And I'm Presley.
And it's about to be October, and there's going to be a lot of movies coming out. There's going to be Zombieland, there's going to be Addams Family, there's going to be The Gemini Man, The Woman in the Window, and of course,
The Joker,
which we're going to kick off October with.
So be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can be the first to view those videos.
Alright, so let's get started with the video.
So, as you can see, we're doing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. You may be familiar with the books, that maybe you read them growing up. We have not read them, but according to the people we've spoken with who have, they say that the books and this movie go hand in hand.
So with Scary Stories, the backstory is there's been this family. What's their name again?
The Bellows.
The Bellows. The Bellows are this really rich family that live in this really, really big house, and they have this daughter that tried to keep a secret.
Sarah Bellows.
Sarah Bellows, because she was different than everyone else. We're not sure. She just maybe looked like the monster. I'm not sure. But they kept this daughter in the basement, and she really had nothing else to do except for write scary stories. So she would write scary stories, and the myth is that people would come to the big house, and they would go to the wall where Sarah Bellows was, and she would tell them scary stories about them, and those scary stories would come true, according to the myth. So we go to present day, where the story starts to take place, and we have these kids on Halloween night try to get back at the town bully, but the bully gets them, and they run away, and they end up running to this house. And the main protagonist, she ends up taking the Scary Stories book. The kids end up getting away from the bully after some shenanigans, and when they get home, she notices that the book starts writing scary stories on its own. And she's like, what in the world? But she's just like, okay, maybe it's just a thing. And it turns out the bully gets attacked by the first monster we see, the first scary story we see, the Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then this continues to happen with different scary stories. You see other scary stories from the book, like the red room with the weird woman. You see the guy who's missing his big toe, the spiders, and the guy who just falls apart and his head just rolls around. It's super strange, and he walks like a contortionist.
Everyone in that group who was in that house, something happens to them.
And they have to figure out how to stop this Sarah Bellows from writing these stories.
Right.
They end up finding out that Sarah Bellows was tortured by her family, and the main protagonist, she ends up finding Sarah Bellows, and she relates to Sarah Bellows, understands that she wasn't a monster, and Sarah Bellows stops writing the stories. The movie kind of set up for a sequel that the next one they're going to have to figure out how to get their friends back.
Right. Because by the end of the movie, it's not like they just appear out of nowhere. Like, no, they're still missing. So, like Miles said.
It wasn't a fully happy ending, but they did save Sarah Bellows and clear her name up.
So, hopefully there is a sequel. Like I said, I'm not sure how the books ended. So, if y'all know, let me know. I probably won't read them, but let me know how those end. But it was a good movie.
Now, this movie was PG-13, but
for a PG-13 movie, it was great.
It didn't hold it back at all.
No, it did not.
It pushed all the limits of PG-13, and I think it did a really good job of that.
Yeah, because I know some people were like, oh, PG-13, like, it's probably not going to be that good. And I'm not going to lie, I thought that too, like, oh, it's going to be corny. But no, like, it...
And it wasn't necessarily a scary movie, but it was definitely...
It was creepy.
It was very creepy. It was stuff I would never, ever think of or want to think of.
Right. What would you say the creepiest scene to you was?
I did not like the one with the big toe. And if you guys know that story from the books, you know what I'm talking about, but it's a dead body that is missing its big toe, and one of the friends ends up eating that big toe, and the body whispers like, where's my big toe? And has to get his big toe back from the kid who just ate his big toe. And I was just, I don't like dead bodies. If you're dead, stay dead. I don't like when dead bodies move around.
Yeah, that really does freak you out.
But what about you?
I would have to say the spider scene. So, like, this teenage girl has, like, a super huge zit on her face, and thousands of spiders start coming out of it, and I think that's disgusting. Like, that's gross.
That's what a lot of people were saying. It
anything,
didn't bother me at all.
Things like that just gross me out. Like, most of the scenes were kind of like, ugh, but that one, ugh.
So if you had to rate it on a creepiness factor, 1 to 5, what would you say?
For a PG-13 movie, I would give it like a 4.5.
Okay, I would agree. Yeah, it was strange. Every single monster was different, and every single monster was. It would definitely keep you up at night. We'd like to know what you guys thought of that movie. What was your favorite monster? What would you rate it 1 to 5 on the creepiness scale?
If you have read the books and if you have seen the movie, like, what are your thoughts on those two? Do you think that the movie does a good job reflecting the book, or whatever the case may be? Definitely let us know.
And let us know if you think there should be a sequel. We liked it, but some people were like,
I think there should be a sequel, though. Because, you know, at the end you're still thinking, oh, well.
We like happy endings.
Yeah.
Alright, so thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and share it with all your friends.
Comment down below. Like we said, we are going to make October mostly scary movies and, you know, things like that.
So we will do most of those movies we mentioned earlier in the video, but we're also going to try to do some scary movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th or whatever, to just give us some ideas on what to do.
We definitely prefer watching new movies on the premiere night and then the next day making these videos for you guys. I know this video and the last video we did are not old movies, but not super like freshly released movies, but we definitely like doing the new release movies. So the month of October, definitely expect those. Like, the movie will come out and the next day you will have a review for it.
And next week, definitely tune in, because we're not going to do a review. We're going to do something a little different and special just before we kick off October with all these different movies.
Yes.
All right, so thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys.
Oh, 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 oh.